intrusive thought humor?
Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Washington right back to the line. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Good timing on the quick out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long, and they look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Pitts. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a crease. It's Foster. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be. You want them to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Averill. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's got his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Foster. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
On the run, fires downfield. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The play-action fake. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington wants to go quickly.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Running it back, it's Pitts. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They're lining up to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops on and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it. Runs through a tackle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Off play action on first down. They're trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Got rid of it just in time. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Washington sends out the punt team. On the move, it's Pitts. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything we dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll give it on the counter. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback checking the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff. It's Foster. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this. Down to Washington. Trailing now by 6 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to fire on second down. Caught over the middle. It's fired. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. On target. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's fired. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Going for it all. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Got a man. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
The give from the gun. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskies will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to... He'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And they swarm him under. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get 1st downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up 1st downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A run to the right. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for a deep man. And he intercepts it. Powers through. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to
lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Offense working from the pistol. The hand to the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quarterback extends the play. The sure hands, it's Whalen. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough, very few.
Ready?
Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got it! Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going...
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Gets rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Spears. Caught. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Third down coming up after the completion. He wants to throw it again. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, that's getting moved.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the...
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They're bringing heat. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Comes out throwing on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Spears. Coming after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to move it through the air. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
Deep shot for the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know